Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into a wacky Wednesday. It is the Fed Day, the day when the Fed hands down the punishment or the reward of a lower interest rate. We shall see at 2 o'clock today. Real traders never trade alone. They trade with their fellow nerds. We got Brad in the house. We got Brandy in the house. We got DB. We got Dwayne. We got John. We got Mo. And we've got Vicky. Howdy. And hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having a good day. Do you know why? Because I had a speaking engagement this morning and I was teaching a class at a library on budgeting for parenthood. And I got there and I was waiting and I was sitting there thinking, this is going to be a great class. We'll have a lot of would-be parents coming in or parents with their kids, and we'll talk about budgeting. Not a single person showed up to my class. I was a little bit distraught, but I was sitting there at the same time. I was like, hey, wait a minute. I'm getting paid for this class anyway. So if nobody shows up, I still get paid. And then I thought, what could I do? I headed to Kentucky Fried Chicken, baby, to drown my sorrows. And so in the kitchen downstairs, I have a three-piece original, all thighs, with mashed potatoes and gravy and coleslaw from Kentucky Fried Chicken. And don't y'all like how Kentucky Fried Chicken tried to rebrand themselves? They were like, well, we've got to take the fried out of the name because people don't like fried food. So instead of it being Kentucky Fried Chicken, why don't we call ourselves KFC? And I'll be danged if it hadn't stuck, right? Now, the problem with KFC is most KFCs make their coleslaw the same day that they serve it. Nah, that is a wrong move, except for the one in Bremen, Georgia. They're the only Kentucky Fried Chicken around here that does it right. You make your coleslaw the day before and you refrigerate it and you let all that good little juice marinate into that cabbage, and friend, you got you something. So I got it downstairs. So I'm going to talk fast today because I'm going to drink a Milo sweet tea and some KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, all thighs. Don't waste your time on the wings. Don't waste your time on the dried out breast. Get yourself the best piece of chicken that there is, and that is the lovable, adorable thigh, ladies and gentlemen. And my kids don't eat it. They're like, oh, that's nasty. That's chicken on the bone. And the reason they're like that is because my wife is, oh, that's nasty. That's chicken on the bone. So I don't ever get it. But some of my fondest memories as a child was going on picnics with my family, and we would get a bucket. You remember the round bucket of chicken, and it had like 40 pieces in there. And that's back when they had baked beans and they had potato salad and coleslaw and rolls. I don't even think we had biscuits back in the day. I think we had rolls, and it was some good eating. So I'm going to be eating good today as best I can, even though it's not as good as when I'm a kid. So today is Fed Day. We don't anticipate much in the market, although the E-minis are showing not much at all, just down 8.75 points. I think there's a good chance that we get a little sell-off today, or I would close my calls. And the NASDAQ is down 118 points, almost half a percent. Let's see about our volume. Yeah, weak volume. Look at there. Most of our bars are under 2,000 contracts every 2 minutes. The VIX is reared its little head up. We have a little volatility. We expect that this volatility will after the 2 o'clock announcement. AD is at 307, very high for the market to be down. AD 377 is the high of the day, and AD low is 281. This shows me that the market should be up, not down. So what does that mean? Maybe we get a spring or a pop to the upside as well. So if we don't get a pop to the downside, we're going to get a pop to the upside, or maybe even more likely, it's a non-event. It's a non-event. Everything is priced in, and we'll get a little bit of relief on the VIX side for those of us that sell premium. All right, let's look at our volume profile and see what's happening here as I have my mouth watering, ready for my chicken. Look at this. This is what we call hanging out for the Fed decision. We don't know what's going to happen. We're going to hang out, and we are overbought for the fair value zone below. We are at the point of control. Good chance we go here. So I will see what happens today. Now remember, rate cut, there's two schools of thought. Rate cut comes in, people get excited. Well, actually three schools of thought. People get excited, market booms up. Second school of thought is that we've already got the rate cut priced in. If they do a quarter of a point rate cut today, well, it's already priced in and nothing burger is going to happen. You may have one candle that jumps, but it's really going to go back to where it was. Third school of thought is that the rate cut, oh God, it's a rate cut. That means the economy's not doing well. Oh no, what about earnings in the future? That means that the Fed doesn't think that earnings are going to be well, and then we have a drop. So we got three schools of thought, and I figure we'll fall somewhere in the middle here. So we'll see what happens. Let's look at our linear regression on the day. Linear regression is up, up, and away, baby. Look at this. We got gap fill, and will it fill the gap today? We shall see. But everything looks bullish, bullish, bullish. When everyone is greedy, be fearful. I wonder what we've not looked at hold on a second. We've not looked at skew lately. What's skew look like? Skew. See what skew looks like. Won't even let me look at it. This says skew. That's not skew. Skew didn't have that. I don't know where skew's at. But I'd like to see what skew is. Let's see if we can look at it on tastytrade. Skew. SKEW. No, won't let me look at skew there either, huh? Okay. Well, I wanted to look at skew nonetheless. All right, how are our positions doing today? Wow, Wonka Wonka, we're getting hurt in our TQQQ strategy because we're down 132 points because the TQs are down. But that doesn't mean that this one is down. Look at us, baby. We are up $32.13. How in the world? Thank you, Jesus. Lord have and the lemon wipes. Y'all remember the lemon wipes. You remember that? You'd open those wipes and you'd have your fingers just all greasy, greasy off of the Kentucky Fried Chicken. And now it's like, well, we don't want to use peanut oil because some little girl is probably allergic to peanuts and we'll kill her. Nobody died of a peanut allergy when I was in school. And now you can't even send peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to school. Can you believe that? But you can Nutella. So anyway, we'll see. So we're up $34 today. Let's look at our Greeks for a moment. Greeks delta negative 21, right? We would be helped if we get a move to the downside, and I hope we do get a move to the downside. We shall see. Theta is swollen, baby, swollen up to 48, and we're using 37% of our buying power. Tell you what we need to do just a little bit here. Let's do a little bit of management, and let's take off one of our naked puts, right? What if we got a big drop today? That could hurt us, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to lower. Oh, all right. What we're going to do is we're going to lower our theta a little bit. We're a little heavy, and we've got 978 in extrinsic value, 37% of our buying power. So let's say this one is at 31 days, 14 days. Look at this, y'all, up 86%. This one is up 71%. This one's up 84% with 13 days left. This one is up 93% with 13 days left. That's the one we want to take off. So let's take this one off. And what that'll do is that'll lower our theta a little bit. And so at 93%, that's good enough for Jazz. That gives me a fully paid for put debit spread, right? Isn't that the way it works? I think that's the way it works. So let's go here and let's go close position. And I'm a cheapskate, so we're going to try to get out for $1.35 credit. It will not let me. It did let me. Ta-da! And I lowered my theta from 48 to 46. How does sweet Bobby do it day after day after day after day? Vega, you can't measure your Vega. I need to even take it off. But now our deltas are only negative 21. Theta went down to 46. Buying power went down by 0.5%, and we are looking good. I love y'all to pieces, and I hope you have a great day. And I'm going to go snack on some KFC. I will see y'all tomorrow.